Let's talk about how you can navigate and become more familiar with the options you have within your Google Drive. We're going to talk about two different areas. One will be this column to the left, which is where you're going to create and organize. And then across the top right here, this is where you're going to get lots of information and be able to take lots of actions on different files and folders within your Google Drive. So let's start over here on the left. This button pretty clearly says new, so if you click on that, this is where you can create new folders, new docs, new sheets, slides, and you can upload things as well. Remember, anything that you create, one, you will be the owner of that, and two, will automatically go into the My Drive part of your drive, which is right here. It's the first thing. So you'll notice that I know I'm in my drive because it's highlighted in red. So these are things that I have created or things that I have moved into my drive from the Shared With Me section. So I can organize my drive, I can create folders and documents and things like that, but this is where I live, and I try to really be thoughtful of the folder structure that I have in my drive. The next one underneath that is Shared With Me. This is everything that has been shared with me. So I cannot organize Shared With Me, but I can move things out of Shared With Me into my drive. So if I need to move this document into a folder in my drive, I simply click on it and move it to the appropriate folder or destination in my drive. Recent is just a timeline of what I have opened when, and so it'll just keep putting the newest thing that I opened at the top. Starred, these are documents that any documents that I have given a star to. You'll see all of them have a star. It's just another way that Google has allowed us to organize our drive. Trash, any documents that we have put in the trash, go here, documents or folders. They will stay here. I still have access to them. I can delete them by forever by clicking on them, and then I have options up here to restore, get them out of the trash, or delete forever. Even if I delete forever, it's going to ask me again whether I really want to do them. If I say delete forever, it is gone. I cannot get it back. You'll notice that our trash is organized very similar to your drive. When I say that, I mean you'll always see the folders are first and then individual documents are underneath that. So in the trash, it's the same way. My folders are first and then the documents that I've trashed are underneath that. Okay, so let's move up here to this row and let's talk about what we see. I'm clicked over here on My Drive, and it's going to be really important to know that this and what is available to you on this row is going to change based on what I'm clicked on. So because I'm clicked on My Drive, I have a couple options. You'll see up here it says My Drive. I will get breadcrumbs across here if I get granular. So let me show you what that means. If I click on Just Me, you'll see that, and I go in here, you'll see that now that I've double clicked on it, I'm in My Drive and Just Me, and then if I click into Teaching, it'll give me more information, and I can go back by just clicking on these things. So right now I'm on My Drive. If I click this down arrow key, I have some options. I can put a new folder in that drive, I can upload things directly to my drive, or I can create a new folder. Now that looks very similar to this new button, but what's really neat about that is it can help you stay organized. So if I go into my random folder, you'll see that now I get that drop down on that random folder. So if I click on here and I put a new folder, if I click a new folder here, it's going to go automatically into my random folder. If I add different things, it's going to go into that random folder. So it's a nice little option you have when you see that down arrow key. So if I click on My Drive again, you'll see I've got this option to organize. Right now I'm in what they call list view, but if I click on this, it'll turn it into a grid view. You'll see my folders are first and then my individual documents. If you don't like that, you can go back to grid like that. You can organize your files lots of different ways. You can click on this A to Z button, and right now I have it by name, so it's alphabetical by name. I can organize it by last modified, modified by me, or opened by me. So those are some options that I have. You'll notice that I also have this View Details button, which is very handy. It's going to give me information based on what I'm clicked on over here. So this is giving me very detailed information about my drive. That's there. And then this is my settings where I can go in here and there aren't a whole lot of settings in Drive, but if I want to convert uploads, I can change how squished things are. in the view settings, so I can come over there and play around with my settings as well. All right, so based on the fact that I'm clicked on my drive, those are the options that I have. Now if I click on a document, you'll see that I get lots more options. So let's talk about what this is. Because I'm clicked on a document, or if I'm clicked on a folder, you'll see that I get more options. So this is just a link, so I have a direct link to that document. I don't have to open the document anymore to get the link. I can just click here, and there are the links. It tells me that only specific people have access to this file. If I want to change that, I can click right here and open the shared settings, or I can go right here. This will tell me what the shared settings are for that document. And I can get more granular by clicking on advanced, and it will tell me exactly what's going on, and I can edit it here. This is a preview button, so if I do this, it's going to show me what that document looks like without me actually having to open it. I can trash it, or if I click on here, I have other options. So I can move it, I can add a star, I can rename it, I can view the details, I can download it, or I can make a copy of it. Okay, so based on what I'm clicked on, because now I'm clicked on a file, I get more options. If I click on shared with me, those options go away. If I click back on my drive, those options aren't there, but the second I click on a folder or a file, I get those options back. So as you're working in Google Drive, keep your eyes up and see what icons pop up as you work through it, because they really do help you navigate and become more proficient in your workflow as you are working in Google Drive.